Michael J. Lang, rest in peace, Michael J. We, great. He's a broadcast legend here in town, and he was the one that kind of showed me the ropes. And we sat down for the interview, and I think I introduced myself, and he was like, the first words out of his mouth is, "I love your voice. I want to hire you to talk on the radio." And I was like, "Done, dude." Like, and I was like, "Oh shit, it was that easy? Like, that's it?"
You have a good voice, I'm telling you.
Yeah. And then the other part, you got trained. Like, he was like, "I'll train you to fucking be a DJ. Like, I'll show you I'll show you how to hit your marks. I'll show you." And this, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So that was kind of learned. And I was gonna ask you, because comics talk about their influences all the time, right? Mm-hmm. Who are comedians that are your influences? Do you have any sort of influences? Because I know, like...
Well, there isn't. There was never, like, a radio show or a radio host that I would follow blindly or anything like that. I was a huge fan of, because I love their humor and their banter, Big D and Bubba. Huge fan. And but I never really found anybody that I wanted to emulate, if that makes any sense. Like, I didn't... I've always liked to talk. I've always liked to... share with others, like, everything that I've learned, all my experiences and things like that. So I don't know if I'm just a natural talker or whatnot, but there's a reason I'm on the radio, not on TV. I'm not a very good-looking guy, but it's been fun. I didn't really say I want to be like this radio personality, or I never really followed many people like that. Like, if you asked me who's your favorite radio host, I couldn't tell you. Like,
it's crazy because, like, I approach things like very scientific, I guess. I try to whatever you're gonna do, be the best at it. So when I started working on radio, I would tune in to other radio shows and just be like, okay, like, not so much to emulate, but more to learn of, like, okay, these are the professionals. How are they doing it? Right. How do they control breath? How do they control like pitch and volume and distortion? And so for me, Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie was his ability to weave story and interview at the same time, great. Wow. The Dan Patrick Show kind of taught me a lot about interviewing and giving space for a guest to breathe, or giving space for a guest to reset themselves, or resetting a guest it was so much. And I was like, fuck, dude. Yep. Like, even when I'm not, because I do that with comedy, even when I'm not trying, I'm like, fuck, I just learning.
I think the only ones I remember from here was Jay St. John.
Oh,
and, I remember his voice was the one that I would always like, because he would always talk about, like, music and things like that. It was Jay St. John.
TJ in the Midday.
TJ in the Midday.
I like TJ.
Voice. He had a great voice.
Yeah, he was super cool. Like,
that guy was a walking radio station. Like, fuck, I could listen to him all day.
I even called in one time just to be like, "You're awesome, bro!" Like, and it's funny because, like, those are the ones from here. Because the famous ones I've always liked was like Howard Stern, and that was like my biggest one. Like, I thought that was like the making it in radio right there.
So, no, it's crazy because when I started in radio, now everything is digital. It's just point and click. Like, there's really not much work. When I started in radio, you were in a studio that had one wall just full of CDs, and you would print out your playlists and, like, all right, I gotta find this. I gotta go find Share, Believe, Fuck, and you would have to walk up and go through each. Here it is. There it is. And it was work. Did you ever have? Well, I mean, because it was different. Because I was on late at night, so I would get girls that would call into the radio show. What are you doing? What are you up to? Well, I'm working. What do you think I'm doing?
But they want to reach out to somebody that's on the air.
Yeah, but I was just like, this shit's not gonna play itself. Like, I gotta go find where fucking Justin Timberlake's new single is on the wall.
I hate this song, but I have to play it because they asked for it.
Oh my god, no. I remember they would tell you, you have to play what's on the playlist, and the first thing, like, I'm training, and the first DJ I'm working with, he gets a red pen. He's like, not playing that, not playing that, not playing that. And I go, dude, what are you doing? Like, we have to play that. He's like, I couldn't find him.
Yeah.
Someone put the CD in the wrong place. Yeah. Oh, well, not my problem.
It's funny, because that's what I tell my wife when she sends me to the supermarket, and I forget something. And she says, "Where's this?" Oh no, they didn't have it anymore.
They didn't have it.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm not getting that shit.
You know what? They rearranged everything at the supermarket now, and I can't find it. So and deep down, I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot. I have to go back tomorrow." But yeah,
yeah, dude. But yeah, it was fucking working radio back then, it was completely different because you were always kind of in tune and doing stuff. For me, and I love talking about the old radio days because I haven't done it in forever. I have to give, as long as we're giving shout outs, Al Guevara from 94.9. Al was a fucking big influence, and thank you. One of the smartest fucking best radio DJ interviews are the best ones ever because when I interviewed for 94.9, him and I just talked music.
Yeah.
Concerts you've been to. Hey, you saw Anthrax? I saw Anthrax. Oh, me too.
Yeah, that usually gets you in the door. Yeah.
No, for me, my big one was local. I don't know. I mean, he's a prior generation. I don't know who still remembers the Bird.
The Bird.
He was a DJ. He used to work at Z93. And you're familiar with I guarantee you've heard the Bird. If you've heard Selena's song La Carcacha. The DJ that does the intro is the Bird.
Okay. I had no idea. Nice.
Yeah. And someone at work introduced me to him, and it's like, oh, this is the Bird, and I was like, sir, don't look at him, like,
Straight
look
at him.
down, like, yeah.
Keep kissing his ring.
Yeah, dude. And we just, I mean, he recorded a song with Selena. I have it. He's the better man.
Yeah.
So, and we chit chatted for a little bit, and the guy tells me, you got a good voice. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Don't talk dirty to the Bird.
Come back, man. Come back. Oh, fuck. Where are we on time here? Oh, shit. All right, no, we're still good.
Yeah.
All right. So, 107.3 is where people can find you. It's on the road, on from Monday through Friday,
Correct.
6 to 7.
6 to 7. It's the afternoon drive, which is why it's called On the Road. But I'm glad I had that hour. Because I didn't want to be talking on the radio from 2 to 3 a.m. I was going to be listening there, right? But, Laredo's Classic Hits on 107.3 FM, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7. You can find me on the road. I had a debate series not too long ago with the local elections.
Oh, okay.
And so that was a lot of fun. I felt like I had a bunch of famous people in the room.
I saw that. I saw that.
When I was interviewing, for mayor, there were 10... candidates.
Congressman?
Yeah.
Boss?
Yeah. I haven't had him on my show, sadly. He's a hard man to lock down. But, that was a lot of fun. I try not to talk politics. One of the things that actually, they encourage us in Freemasonry is to not discuss religion or politics inside the lodge. Why? Because they're divisive topics. Yeah. But so I like to apply that on my show as well. I don't talk religion, I don't talk politics unless it's part of the news story. I won't give crap to one party without giving crap to the other. I'm an equal opportunity offender when it comes to that. It's a lot more fun, believe me, because you're giving shit to one particular party. And the opposing party's like, yeah, awesome. And I'm like, no.
Tell him.
No, yeah, they're like, yeah, they love it. And I'm like, oh wait, hold on, you don't go anywhere. I'm giving you guys shit too. Like,
again, that was one thing that really drew me to your show. Is again, almost like a journalist, where you're playing it straight. You're being fair to the story, and you're giving people a platform to express their opinions and their ideas, but fair to the story. Fucking that's why I love this guy. He's a fucking pro. That's it. Like,
no, it's. I mean, I'm about the Fairness Doctrine, Equal Time Act, all that stuff. I taught that at my class too. I would teach my students how to really analyze articles that they read, how to differentiate between an actual article and a column, which is way more opinionated.
You need to teach this class to all of Facebook.
Right? Put that one on there.
that was my favorite part of the semester, when we were discussing like First Amendment issues, freedom of speech issues, things like that, and the journalistic side of communication. So teaching kids how to discern from one article to the other. I would tell them, if the article has way too many adjectives, it's way too opinionated. If you're gonna watch CNN, you gotta watch Fox 2. You gotta watch everything. Because you run into some people and they're giving you their opinions, and you're like, that's not your opinion. That's CNN's opinion.
Yeah.
So
I know where you heard that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's definitely.
So you have to be really careful with that. So for the longest time, and I think people still get confused with they're like, well, you give both parties shit, and then you talk well about both of them too. What are you? And
The anti-J. St. John? You have to listen to local radio to get that reference.
This past election, the presidential election, is the first time my wife and I shared with each other who we were going to vote for. We would even keep that to ourselves because we didn't want like a divisive house either. We know what's best for our house, for our home, for our family, and our businesses. But it was the first time we were like, okay, I gotta ask you, who are you gonna vote for? And we shared it with each other. But and when people ask me, I don't tell them if I'm a Republican or a Democrat. But I will tell them I've never voted for a president that won.
Oh.
And they're like, wait, so you voted? Wait, but you also, so you voted for? I'm like, yep, never voted for a president that won. And it's not that I'm going against the grain or anything. It's just,
different.
They're different. Yeah, no, it's just who you were when you were 18 is not the same person as who you were when you were 38. You know, like your philosophies and your ideologies change, and your political party goes along with it. So
very true. Very true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so our guest this week, because I'm recapping here. I'm making notes on all the shit you've done. Okay, so our guest this week worked on Capitol Hill. He's friends with a congressman. He knows people that go, "Who do you work for?"
He was a professor.
He was a professor. Has a radio show. Stole the national. Stole the Declaration of Independence.
Knows the Freemasons.
Personally gave birth to, delivered 2 babies, and. Oh, fuck, don't tell me you're a comic, too.
Oh, God. No.
Wait, no, you have done stand-up comedy.
I have done stand-up comedy.
Christ.
Yes, I have. I've only done it the one time. I got booed. So, which means that I've made it, right?
Fun.
Yeah. Okay, no, it's not like a great
I got my first heckle. Like,
did you notice that you said boo, and both of me and him went, "Aw, hell yeah!" I love
that. Getting booed. I mean, boo's fun. Like, boos are fun, and so are what is it? Heckling? You said?
No, I just got booed once. But funnily enough, that same guy that booed me spent the entire night apologizing and buying me beer.
What?
I'm like, yeah, you're gonna buy me free beer all night long? Yeah, boo me all you want.
Yeah. Hate me, yeah, man. That's great. You know what? I believe since you've done comedy,
does that qualify?
That
him
does qualify for Steven's Comedy Corner.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about comedy, and you can answer whatever you want. If you don't know the answer, if you don't want to answer, you just pass it, and I'll go to the next one.
7 inches.
7 inches, got it. Okay. All right. So first one, if you watch comedy, who's your favorite comic to watch today?
I wouldn't know who the current comics are. I was a big fan and still am. I love his delivery.
You can still say
Louis C.K.
Oh, of course. There you go.
Yeah, I love that guy.
He's still around.
Wait. Am I canceled for saying?
No. Actually, he's back already. So you're good.
He's back already.
He's back.
He's taking a nap and he's back.
He figured out what he had to do. And he's back.
He did his time out.
Yeah.
Out of the penalty box.
Good
We're good.
Yeah.
So comedian that's not with us. Who would you pick?
Ooh. Can I pass?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Okay. I'll come back.
Dude,
around.
okay, real quick.
Sure.
Speaking of comedians that have passed, and I always tell this to young comics where they like, oh, I like so and so. Yeah, Bo Burnham. Yeah, Bo Burnham's a great comic, but like I always tell comics, go back and watch the classics. Go back and watch the Marx Brothers. Go back. I was on a Three Stooges binge a couple of days ago.
Ooh, that's good.
And people think the Three Stooges is all slaps and hits and headbutts and whatnot, but some of the one-liners in there are so fucking funny.
So well written. Yeah.
There was if you're not familiar with the English language, you're gonna be a little rough on this one. There's one joke where fucking Larry says, "Ain't that quaint?" And Mo tells him, "Ain't? You mean isn't?" And Larry goes, "Yeah, isn't that quizzant?" And I was like, that is such a fucking... It's a dumb joke.
Yeah.
But
it's clever.
Simple.
Perfect.
Yeah,
simple and clever.
Yeah.
Fucking go back and watch the old comics, dude.
Okay, so another kind of comedy question I can ask you. As a fan of comedy, I would say, when you go to a comedy show, what's the craziest thing that you like? Do you ever like? Because you're watching a comedy show, you want to hear the laughs. But would you ever like have any other thing that you want to happen? Like, do you ever just want something to happen, like a heckle or something? Is that like anything that you're possible?
I'm not a fan of the heckling.
Okay.
I've seen
Very nice.
I've seen videos. I got a lot of Facebook reels appear on my Facebook.
Yeah.
With comedians and things like that, or when people